biggest night is coming. June 28th. The 2020 BET Awards, Sunday, June 28th at 8/7 Central.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi there. Nice to have you on. I am Tiffany Noco. I am with Black Tree TV. We have D Smoke. How are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent. How are you, Tiffany?
Oh, well. I like the background you have going on there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, for
A
sure.
little break.
So I have tons of questions, but we have just a small amount of time, so I'll just get started. First off, congratulations for winning Rhythm and Flow.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Actually did tune into that I tuned into a couple episodes. I did not watch the entire thing through, but I remember you in your jumpsuit. And speaking Spanish, that really caught me. You know, I'm sure like life has definitely changed. Being that I know beforehand you were a teacher at your old high school, Inglewood High. And I'm sure you've gained more of a following. People are more aware of who you are, listening to your music more. But what I'd like to know is what has been the biggest change since you've won Rhythm and Flow?
Well, the biggest change has been the amount of people paying attention to the movement. You know, I'm moving in a similar fashion that I would prior to. You know, one of the new things is like all of the outlets that we're able to reach, the media outlets. Our press run is like super filled up. You know, we reach out, most people say yes. You know, so doors have certainly opened, but my approach to music hasn't changed. My approach to representing myself in visuals hasn't changed, you know, and so, you know, I really developed my chops, you know, making music, writing for other people, and also in the classroom. That was the exposure to so many different experiences that gave me so much to write about, you know.
Yeah, I would have liked to have been in your classroom. I'm sure it was very fun.
It was a good time.
Yeah, I'm quite sure. But with that also, so speaking about your music and the movement, what you just said. So I do really like your music. I did listen to your album that you just dropped, Black Habits, and I love it. I think my favorite song on there, I like Real Bodies, but I also like Bullies. It sends a heavy message. But with that being said, I know in Flaunt, you did a interview with them, and you said that your album was an ode to your Black history. With the climate that we're currently in and the kind of open conversation that the entire world essentially is having about racism, how does that make you feel with being so unapologetic in your music about your Black experience? How does that make you feel as a Black artist?
Man, well, I think I feel a great deal of pride when I see people appreciate Blackness in the way that I have and so many people have for so long. But now it's at the forefront of things. You know, it's furthering the conversation around what it means to be Black, what our contributions to society have been, how they've gone unrecognized, and also what we're truly up against. You know, that we face a different type of resistance that I don't think any other culture in the history of mankind has experienced. You know, and I say that unapologetically. And so I think now that we're looking at what that resistance looks like, and it's like it hasn't gotten worse. It's getting filmed. You know, people have their cell phones. So I think the value of that is that there will be an increased amount of accountability to people who are in positions of power and authority to really know who we are and how to deal with us, but also deal with themselves. You know, I think the main problem, these are symptoms of a sickness that has to do with the identity, an identity that has no substance outside of the idea of white supremacy, right? These people abuse authority because they're like, their whole makeup, their self-worth comes from them feeling better than the other. Whereas for us, our self-worth comes from our inner strength, you know, our artistic ability, our love for our fellow neighbor, you know. So, and it's not a us versus them type thing. That's not what I'm pushing by any means, but I'm saying there are real people who have these inner things that they got to address before they, you know, take on these leadership roles like judges, lawyers, police officers, politicians. You know, it's not just the officers, you know, so, but what we're seeing now is dealing with that.
Absolutely. I definitely agree. I would love to give my take on it as well. They are calling for me to wrap up, so I'm going to ask you just one more question.
Cool.
So we have an abundance of artists that will be performing, and I know one of them being your brother, who's signed to Kendrick Lamar's label. Just quickly, I'd like to know what would be, or who is the performance that you're most looking forward to seeing?
I'm looking forward to seeing mine. You know, I want to see all of them. I want to see all of them. I just know what my creative vision didn't have to do anything to do with what other people do. So how that fits within the broad spectrum of everything that's going on, that's what I'm looking forward to see. But I'll watch it. You know, I'm going through it several times. I'm gonna watch all of them. But I just want to see how what I chose to do fits in or stands out. You know, it's interesting because this is not something I get to sit in the room in the crowd with everybody and witness firsthand. So
yeah, well, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing your performance as a breakout artist. I know you've been doing this for quite some time, but now going more so to the main stage, mainstream. So I'm excited to see it. Again, I definitely wish I had more time to ask you more questions. They are calling for me to wrap up. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to ask you those questions, and good luck on your performance, and good luck going forward in all of your endeavors in your career.
Thank you so much. Have a blessed one. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.
Too big to miss. D-Smoke. Black, 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 black. The 2020 BET Awards, hosted by Amanda Seales, Sunday, June 28th.